So like, I guess what we should do, Christina, as I guess we sort of head up like the sales department when it comes to like officially like signing up new clients like properly. I think what we should do is we should really outline what our program does. Okay. Now, obviously, you're the sales expert, I'm a sales queen. So do you want to maybe perhaps provide our messengers with the top 3 benefits of our program? But before doing that, I will explain the transformation which we elicit in people's lives, okay? So Impact Schools Academy helps people who are trying to be online coaches or online consultants. It helps them going from like doing it the old way to implementing the impact offer, which is the new way of doing online coaching, which blends together online coaching, online consulting, and online courses to allow them to command a high price and really try and change their clients' lives. So essentially allows them to go from failing as an online coach to succeeding as an online coach and consultant. So our ideal clients are not just online coaches, but also consultants, also people who own agencies, also people who maybe are therapists or experts or things like that. Because they basically are, people who can change people's lives, okay? So pretty much like, Christina, do you have anything to add when it comes to like the transformation that we provide for people?
We really do help them get to 10K per month, if not more. Right. And it helps them organize their business. If they already have a business, it helps them automate it and organize it in a way that allows them to step away from their business as a CEO and work on it instead of in it.
I love that. Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. So yeah, we really like are going for people who kind of are already trying at this, but kind of failing, right? Yeah. Oftentimes they already have an Instagram account for their personal brand, or they're trying to make some like rubbish sort of, business page with like random photos that aren't even of themselves. It's like things like that. People who are starting from scratch, yes, they could be a good fit, but oftentimes they aren't willing to invest in their business, which is problematic. Now, if you get people coming to us who are maybe like influencers or who are already like making 10K per month, that's fine. That's great. They're still a perfect fit. In that case, just actually tag me and I will take care of that because I will personally enroll them. So for example, in the past week, I just enrolled an influencer who is called, her Instagram is Mini But Mighty. She has like 350K on Instagram. She's like crushing it, and we're gonna help take her to 7 figures, right? Similarly, I'm talking to someone right now called Mike Diamonds. Nabil, you might know who he is. Chris, you might know who he is. He's actually becoming a client right now. I'm just talking to him. I'm gonna close him. He hasn't signed up yet. Hey, Sean, he hasn't signed up yet. But like, I think he will, right? So instead of him going through you guys, I'm actually going to just like personally take control of it. Because like, even though, he's nowhere near even at 10K per month yet, like I'd rather take control of it because he's an influencer. So how I take care of them when they're like an influencer, it just makes sense, because it's easier for me to just like build relationships like on a personal level, because I can kind of befriend them. So with that said, now that you guys kind of have more clarity on the actual transformation that we can provide, and also, we can send you guys like, I think, Christina, something which we should do, which I will ask Max to do. Well, actually, we have it. We have an entire webpage which shows client testimonials. So you guys can get familiar with that, so that you can see the type of results that we create for people. We do have clients who are, getting 6-figure incomes, and we really want to highlight that. I've tried not to be one of those coaches who's like, we can help you make a 6-figure income, but it doesn't sell if we don't say that, so we have to say it now. So I'm happy to be a bit more blasé and like la-di-da when it comes to money claims, because like, it's just a fact of what we can help people achieve. So yeah, Christina, do you have anything to add on that?
No.
Okay.
That summarized it very well.
Cool. So now let's explain your role, Christina, because obviously we have the where I'm running the ads. So me and Max, currently I'm doing it, but soon it's going to be me, Max, and I might hire another team to help me run ads. So that's sort of where we're going to be getting leads, right? Leads are coming from ads or podcasts or YouTube, okay? So I'm going to be talking about it. It's me making some outlandish claim like, I can make you rich, right? Whatever, who gives a fuck? Then what's going to happen is we advertise them saying, hey, we have this free workshop for you. We're going to be calling it an online masterclass. Hey, this free online masterclass. I've just made it. Max has just been editing it. I'm going to send it to all of you guys so you guys can all watch it. As you're watching it, really try and absorb it. I would take notes. We'll provide you with the slides as well so that you know exactly where people are coming from when they're coming into Messenger. Because obviously, if you guys have been able to watch it, then you'll be able to understand the exact mindset that those clients are in, because you'll be like getting what they've just heard, right? I'll probably just send you the YouTube link just so that you can like pause it, because when we send you the link to like register, that will send you to Facebook. Like you can't pause it because we set it like so that it's not pausable because we're evil. Basically, that's pretty much what's gonna happen. Now here's the thing. A lot of times people won't actually watch the workshop, which is why you guys are so important, like as messengers, because we don't care if people watch the workshop or not. Right? This is the beauty of what we do, is like the only reason I spent months of my life making this amazing workshop is so that I have something that is high value for people to actually sign up for. Okay? I don't care if they watch it or not. The only reason I spent all those months doing it is so that when someone sees my ads, they click on it and they end up in Messenger. So you guys can then actually take them through the money making messaging method. Does that make sense to you guys? If it doesn't make sense, please just unmute your microphone and say something right now. Okay, perfect, awesome. Okay, so cool. Then they get into the money making messaging method. That's when you guys do your thing. I want to take questions on that at the end, but what happens after the money making messaging method, which like after someone's booked a call, is Christina then takes care of things from there. So Christina, would you be able to explain for everybody our sales process so that our messengers understand why it's so important that they are booking 1 call per hour minimum?
Yeah, so we need 20 calls per week, right, to get to 6 per week, and that's our 6 enrollments per week, which is our goal. And right now we don't have that, which means we're not reaching our goal, right? But also in the sales process, right now, eventually they will be doing this, right? But right now I'm reviewing the applications. And if they haven't watched the videos, I've resend the link because right now it pops up automatically, but I find a lot of people don't watch them right away.
Okay, so let's just clarify that. When somebody books their call, so when an ideal client, when you guys as messengers send the link to somebody to book their call, what's going to happen is the calendar pops up. I'm sure you guys have hopefully all been through it yourselves. If you haven't, then I strongly don't advise, actually. I'm telling you, you need to do it, right? You need to do this so that you know what happens. I can run through it now. Actually, it's probably the best thing for me to do. So let me just find the page. It's like book dash your call or something. Let me just pull it up and then I'll share my screen. Okay. So this is I probably shouldn't do it on the Facebook one because it's going to ruin the Facebook pixel thing, but oh well. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So here's what happens, right? This is what pops up when you guys as messengers send the link to somebody. Hey, like here's the link to book your call. Make sure you book it within 30 minutes. It just froze. Okay, I'll say that again because it froze. Can you hear me again now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So basically you're gonna say to them like, okay, please make sure that you get this done within the next like 10 minutes, right? They get sent this link, they click continue, we give them the step-by-step. They'll then select a date, a time, continue. Then there's the whole entire application. So we ask them all these questions. United Kingdom, Instagram, Lauren Tickner. 2 biggest reasons you're not a successful online coach. No strategy. Christina, what would you say the most common things people say?
Why they're not online coaches? Because they don't have a good strategy to make it happen.
Is that the biggest one?
That is definitely the biggest one. They just don't know how.
Right, well, we have the new way of doing things, so that's perfect. So let's just say no strategy and like, I have no money. Whatever. Okay, what happens if you don't get success as a coach? I will stay stuck in my job. Why would you be a good client? Because I am the shit. What's your previous business coach? We want to know this, like Sterling Griffin, I don't know, just an example, just so that we can see if they've invested before. Because obviously if they've invested before, like it shows they're actively spending money. What do you feel like you struggle? Like, I don't really need to go through these now. Christina has trainings for you guys, like, on this. So
yeah,
I'm just going to, like, go through the whole thing because, like, all these things are compulsory. Okay. So then here's what happens when you click done. It's finalizing the booking. And, look, it tells them make sure that you wait. Oh, how come it's... Oh, it takes a while to redirect. But yeah, this is what Christina means. Like, it takes a while to redirect. This is the thank you page, and it's where they get their homework videos. So like, yeah, it's, I don't know. I mean, I agree with you, Christina. I think that like what we need to do is the messengers need to be sending these, the messengers need to be sending this link again through. So the link, you guys have it on your sheet, but I think we should make it, I'll get Max to make a a much clearer sheet with all of the links. But basically, like, you guys now understand that whole flow. So they get sent to the homework video page they get sent to the homework video page after they book anyways, but they need to get sent to it again, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Christina, do you want to take it from here?
Yeah, okay. So they book a call and I review their app. They're supposed to be watching their videos, right? What happens oftentimes with the apps, and the reason why it's so important to nurture them before you book a call with them, like, a little bit of nurturing, is because sometimes they'll get somebody and if they were pushed too fast, then they're not going to invest. And it's very clear because they were pushed too fast. We've had it happen in the past. So it's one of those things you really have to, it's a person on person basis. If they're super excited about getting started, it's not a problem, right? But if there's somebody who's been burnt a lot in the past by coaches, then booking them super, super quick usually turns them off. In my experience, we had that one guy and said that, are you frozen again? Is she frozen?
No,
Hello? Your face froze. Okay. So anyways, that's one of the reasons why it's so important to actually read what they're saying. If they're saying to you that trust, then it's not a good idea to book them.
Christina, it froze. So you said like it's so important to read what they're saying, okay?
Yeah.
And then after that you said like if they're saying to you, and then after that it froze. So would you actually
if they're saying to you that they've been burnt and they don't have a lot of trust in coaches and anything like that, then it's a good idea to have a conversation with them and build a little bit of trust before you go and book a call with them, because otherwise it's wasted.
Right.
They're not going to have.
What Christina means is like, instead of like jumping to the next phase of the money making messaging method straight away, it's like just really like get a bit deeper with them. Share some personal stories. Guys, I don't care if you like make up some sort of bullshit. Like, I really don't care. I mean, I just care that you connect with them on a human to human level. So like stories are really, really good. Look, I have been burnt by coaches in the past. Just recently, I invested 10K on a program where they told me that I was going to get tons and tons of personal support. I've had none, guys. I've literally had none. And like, I'm really mad, but like, it's too awkward for me to get a refund. And so that's exactly why, and this is really, really helpful for you guys to all know and to take notes on. This is exactly why I changed my entire coaching model away from group coaching actually towards the impact offer, which is unlimited one-on-one coaching. Okay, we provide the most support out there out of any online coaching program for online coaches. And it's because I was burnt so badly, and I never want my clients to go through the same thing, right? So I'm happy for you guys to share stories. Like, you know, there are certain things, like, don't just outlandishly bullshit. If you're Christina, can you think of examples where it'd be like a really bad story for them to tell?
Oh, that Lauren's already making $5 million a year would be a bad story to tell.
Yeah, guys, like, don't lie. Like, I'm not making like $1 million a year. We have a 7-figure run rate business. So when you say, like, don't say like I have a 7-figure business. It crashed. It crashed. Whenever you say like anything about, whenever you, is it working?
Yeah.
Whenever you say like 7-figure business, say 7-figure run rate business, right? Because like that means that we're making enough to like make $1 million in a year. It's like, does that make sense to you guys? Like, I know what it means, but I don't know if you guys, Nabil doesn't know what it means. So it means that we're making like enough to equate over the course of a year, it will become $1 million. But right now it's not yet. But it's only been like, yeah.
A couple months.
Right, exactly. So yeah, like if anyone like asks specifics, just say 7-figure run rate. And like no one really does. Like just say it, says it in the copy and pastables. So I feel like we've kind of gone on a tangent, right? What I need to tell you guys is that you need to be booking at least 1 call an hour. Like if you're not booking 1 call an hour, like you're gonna get 1 week. This week is gonna be your last chance. If you can't do it by the end of this week, unfortunately, we're gonna have to say goodbye to you. Right? I'm just being real. Christina and I have been really nurturing, and we've been really good to you guys for a long time now. We've been really lenient. Nabil had a bit of an issue because he's obviously in the Indian time zone, so he's kind of picking up the dregs really. So I think it's actually fair that, you know, with him we cut him some slack, because of his time zone. He actually, you know, he never gets the chance to book the people on the calls, so he's more
Actually,
nurturing. Hey,
is there any other time I can do? Like, as you said, I always pick up the drag. So, is there another time I can do?
no, so what
In
I'm
which the
saying
leads are
is
actually.
like it's fine because your message.
Actually, I enjoy booking calls, but
No.
every time I come online, no one replies to me.
Exactly, but what you're doing is great because you are able to reply to the Americans. Like if our evening person goes to bed, you're then able to reply. So you're like replying to people, and you're doing a great job. So we really like what you're doing. So we think it's fair, but it means that like for Beck, Chris, and Sean, you guys are in the hours where it's gonna be like we need you guys closing those calls. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like 1 per hour minimum. Like minimum, guys, when I'm doing it I can get like 3. When Christina's doing it, she can get like 3. So, you know, if we can do it, so can you guys. Like we literally use the exact same strategy that we've taught you. And not only that, but like you guys can actually connect with the ideal client better. Like I can't really connect with these people anymore because like I'm so far beyond them that like I don't really understand how they're feeling right now. Like to me, not to be like getting, it just doesn't make sense to me, right? Because like my business brain is so far beyond them. But you guys, it's perfect as messengers. You can really connect with them on that heart-to-heart level because you felt those same struggles with building your business. So yeah, Christina.
Actually, I have a question. I saw your chat with Mike Diamonds, and the way you explained to him, like, how do you, uh, like, what was it? That how do you make make their business runs 6 figures, those 5 figures? It was something like you do. You may give them 10 clients, and then you analyze those 10 clients, and then you start on the actual business. Can you explain
Right.
that?
But who?
Yeah.
Who
So
was that?
Nabil, was that my conversation with Mike Diamonds?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're asking how do we actually help them grow their business, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So Mike Diamonds, when he was messaging me, and this is what you'll find, guys, is like when people are sort of higher level, often they'll ask more specific questions. So Christina and I actually did just record a podcast all about this together, where we talk exactly about it. I also think my new webinar will help you guys understand. Basically, in short, what we do is we help them create an impact offer. An impact offer is a new method of online coaching which is scalable to 6 figures. And the reason why it is so scalable is because it's a blend of online coaching and consulting, and it allows them to have a leveraged program, which means that they don't have to do personalized coaching for every single person, but each person still gets really personalized results. So our methods from the outside don't make much sense, but when you get on the inside, it makes a ton of sense, right? So specifically, how do we help them? We have a special method for how to actually coach, which is the impact offer. We have a special method on how to actually make sales, which is the money-making messaging method, which you guys know all about. We have really, really good sales systems and sales techniques that we teach them the exact methods that we use in our business, right? So when they ask, we can literally tell them, we teach you exactly what Lauren did to get her fitness coaching business to 6 figures and to get her new business now to a 7-figure run rate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then so Christina, I just wanted to go in a bit more deep with our messengers here. Just about the importance of getting these calls booked, because I feel there's been a bit of a disconnect between like how to actually book the calls, like not the technicalities, but behind like actually getting the calls booked, right? So Christina, do you have anything to say on this?
Well, two things. The first thing is the reason why it's so important to get so many booked is because probably about half of them are not going to be qualified leads, and we are gonna end up canceling their call because they're not going to be willing to go into debt. They're not going to have more than 500 on hand or be willing to put more than 500, right?
Yeah, because we'll see that in the application process.
Exactly.
And this week, Christina's going to train you guys on how to actually review the application forms. Sorry, it always cuts out whenever I seem to talk. But this week, Christina is going to teach you guys how to review the applications. And the thing is that even if we get 30 calls booked in a week, whenever Christina and I say applications or calls booked or apps, it all means the same thing. Okay? When we say calls booked, when we say applications, when we say apps, that all means calls booked. Okay? So whenever we get a call booked, just because the call has been booked doesn't mean that it's going to be a sale. Just because a call has been booked doesn't mean that we're actually going to take the call, because Christina will be teaching you guys how to get rid of the bad people, right? We're not even gonna like take the call with them. We're not gonna waste the time. Christina will be teaching you guys that. So don't worry for now. For the very short period of time, as of October 2019, Christina's doing it. But soon you guys will be doing it once you're more trained. Now, what's gonna happen is that we get rid of the people that suck. So then we're left with maybe half of them, or maybe like 2/3 of them. And then Christina will get on the phone with some of them, and on the phone, some of them won't buy, or some of them won't show up to their call. Although it's down to you guys to make sure that they show up to their call. Because remember, whoever is on shift is in charge of follow-up. Right? You guys got to be following up with people to make, so that's why you need to be keeping on top of who's having a call on when. So I think what's good to do every day, it might be best if we get Sean to do this, because Sean has the latest shift in the day, being in the States. Or maybe Christina, if we get you to do this, I don't know, whoever. Someone should, at the end of every single day, outline what calls are coming up tomorrow.
Oh, I already do that.
On the messenger chat, we should
on the messenger. I was going to say, I kind of have to do that.
Yeah. So I think what we should, okay, so Christina, like for now, you can do it, but in the future, it should definitely be one of the messengers. Yeah. So what we should do is like, you outline what calls are coming up the next day and what times they're at, so that whatever messenger, and you can say it in British time, so that whatever messenger is online can actually be sure to know that they need to be following up, right? So guys, just so you're aware, just as we're online on the 27th, which is going to be in 5 days from now, if anyone's watching this in the future, just ignore what I'm about to say. But on the 27th, the time zone is actually going to be changing. So Britain is going to be going 1 hour behind again.
So are we.
On the same day?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's easy enough then. Okay, fine.
Well, let me just make sure. I know it's coming up.
Some places don't change. I think you guys might be like a couple weeks after us. But yeah, ours is happening in 5 days. So, yeah.
November 3rd.
Yes, in a couple weeks. Yeah, so we're happening in 5 days. So just be aware of that, just because like obviously British time is changing. Okay, so yeah, that's why we need so many calls booked, guys. Like we really, really need these calls booked. Like it's just so important. Our business is gonna fail if we don't get them booked. And the people that are booking the calls are you guys, right? So you four current messengers, you're the lifeblood of our business right now. We need you booking the calls, man. Like it's super important. So I don't know what else to say right now. I think it's probably best if we open it up for questions. Christina, did you have anything else?
Mm-mm.
Cool. So does anyone have any questions?
Is there any way that we can watch the homework videos?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. You should go through the whole funnel.
Oh, right. Okay, then. Right. Okay. And that's, so I'll just sort of go through the process, fill in an application form, just do it that way. And
yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool.
Exactly.
Okay.
100%. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, one thing is like, you guys need to be like, after you're getting the calls booked, you need to be making sure like, hey, were you able to watch your homework videos? The day before their call, it's like, hey, so your call's coming up tomorrow. Just want to remind you that the homework videos are compulsory. Were you able to watch them yet?
Mm-hmm.
And then have a chat, right? Sort of, yeah, just keep the conversation going. Like, just have a random chat. Like, just, you can, because as you're talking to them, just be like, you can literally say random things like, hey, I'm just about to go out for sushi right now. I'm going to get back to you in a bit if that's cool. In the meantime, like, are you up to anything nice tonight? Like, guys, it's so fine to say things like that. Like, in fact, I think it's good. And, like, it shows them that I'm a normal person. Yeah, like, literally saying things like going out for sushi, or just like, oh, I'm going to, like, a ball, to, like, something random. Like, you know, I'm just about to go, like, to the theater. Don't ever say things that make me sound poor. I was saying this to Sean yesterday. Like, don't say shit like, I'm about to get on a bus. Like, you want to, you know, maintain the lifestyle. Because remember, these people want my life. You know, that's what they want. So, like, even though literally, like, tonight I'm probably going to go to bed at, like, 7 p.m., you know, they don't need to know that. They need to know that I'm about to, like, I don't even care. Like, oh, just go back from Mexico. Right? Like, living that lifestyle. Yeah, my flight was awful, but they don't need to know that. Right? So what else was I going to say?
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
So, if I have, like, I don't have a question right now. I know I probably will. Where do I ask it in Slack?
Messenger.
Messenger? Okay.
Everything in Messenger, as long as you guys follow the 4-step process, right? Which is where you outline your problem, then you provide your first solution. Sometimes you can provide your second solution. It's not always needed, but you know, it's kind of like it works sometimes. And then obviously we'll take it from there. Yo, that's Chris. He's showing his face for once. What's up? What's up? Looking fresh. But yeah, so I think that's good, guys. One thing that I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna show you a quick I'm gonna show you a quick little screen share. All right, let's get this thing sharing. Sorry guys, my throat's kind of going. I didn't get too much sleep last night. Okay, can you see my screen? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, sick. All right, so if my thing would work, just gonna reload. Oh, I accidentally used the wrong Zoom, so it's like only letting me record for 6 more minutes. That's annoying. It's like I paid for Zoom for no reason. Okay, come on. All right, it's loading now. So yeah, guys, earlier on I sent you like how I've made you your own little tags. So the cool thing is I sent this on the channel, but I'll show you guys now just while we're here. So let's say you're having a chat with this like weirdo. I don't know, this bloke is weird, man. But gosh, we get some strange people there.
I've also already had a call with this guy.
You have a call with him, Christina?
Oh my god, I had a call with him.
Oh my god.
So weird. It also, that reminds me though, it's really important that you guys do scroll up in messages to make sure when you're talking to someone that you're not re-pitching someone who's already had a call. Right?
That's key.
Because that happens a lot.
Yeah, guys, you need to read what they say basically,
and it's embarrassing.
Yeah, you need to read what they say. Okay, so anyway, so add label, right? So let's just say like as soon as you get to the question where you ask about the goals, let's just say it was Krish that sent this, right? Krish is gonna go on labels and he's gonna type in Krish and he's gonna click Krish, and now it's labeled with Krish, right? So let's just say this guy didn't reply to him. Oh no, the rainbow circle. Let's just say, okay, there we go. Let's just say this guy doesn't reply, because remember, if someone replies, right, let's say Krish sends this, Krish goes offline, yeah? And then let's say Beck comes online and Beck sees this message and then Beck replies to this gigantic message, like, let's just pretend, then Krish isn't gonna need to like, you know, check in the next day because the conversations are already going. However, if Krish sends this message and there's no more replies, then Krish is gonna go here. Well, he'll do this every day anyways. As soon as he gets online, he'll go here, type Krish, click on labels Krish, and he'll look for any messages that come up. It's gonna load. Just give me a sec. So yeah, look, he'll see these. So he'll click on this. And if this guy hasn't replied, then what Krish is gonna do is he's gonna send that follow-up message. You remember? The one which we send them if they haven't replied to this. We changed it to I'll just show you. But like, does that make sense to you guys?
What did you click to save it?
I just click the name.
Oh, cool.
I'll show you again. Just give me 2 ticks. It's just under labels. One sec. Okay, so I put this follow-up message, guys, at the end of the money-making messaging method just because like it was easier. So you're going to take that and you're going to send it, right? So the reason why we're labeling them, I should probably just clarify, is like, because after we send this, a lot of times people don't reply because they think it's still automated. So like you'd send that. Yeah, does that make sense? I want to make sure that makes sense to you guys. Makes sense to everyone? All right, so Beck, can you just explain the reason why we're doing it?
Sorry, the reason why we're resending that?
No, the reason why we're labeling.
Right, so that if they don't reply to that one, you can go and follow up that yourself tomorrow.
Exactly. Yeah, it's simple, right? It's super simple. So like all you do here is like, as soon as you send the goal message, you go in here and type your name, you click your name, and then it gets added. Then when you type your name in the search bar, all your messages that you have sent pop up. Boom, simple. Awesome, guys. Does anyone have any more questions?
With the calls that are coming up, is there any other way apart from going to post them the night before when we have to check, like follow up the day before? Where do we see where they are?
Slack.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I don't know if I've added you to the Slack channel yet. We have
Okay.
Guys, this call's about to run out of time because I accidentally used the wrong account. But like, there's a calls channel in Slack. It's just called calls.
Okay.